I'm with Collin from Revolute Robotics. Collin, what are you and your team building?
We build robots that go where other robots can't go. We've got a drone that drives on the ground, it flies through the air, and the idea is when it's driving on the ground, it uses about a tenth of the energy. So we can go places where other drones cannot access and rovers can't get to because they don't have the mobility.
Awesome. And what do you love about building here in Boston, building this startup?
Well, I love MassRobotics. I love the community. We actually relocated from Arizona because
cool.
there is a lot of robotics activity going on here. We're really well supported. There's a lot of great companies we can learn from and just be around other people building cool stuff.
Yeah. And being around other robotics companies, I'm sure you've learned a lot. What are some others other than Revolute that you have your eye on that you think we should be watching?
Three come to mind. So I love Nexterity. These guys do pipe bolting and unbolting, a very labor-intensive job. There's also Clear Robotics. They make really small drones that go really hard to access areas. And then not in our industry, but still very cool, Marita Robotics does automated cell culturing for very intensive lab processes. So very cool stuff going on out here.
This is Collin from Revolute. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I'm with Jay, the CRO at Luminous. Jay, what are you building?
We're building fully electric AI-enabled robotic system for the utility scale, community, and distributed generation DG solar construction site. Our flagship product, Lumi, is a ruggedized platform that puts solar modules on racking infrastructures autonomous.
Nice. And what do you love about building in Boston? I know you spent some of your career in finance. Now you're building a startup. What do you love about building here?
It's a wonderful ecosystem. I met my co-founder in this ecosystem. You have innovators, you have entrepreneurs who are laser focused on creating something and getting it out there. It has a wonderful ecosystem like MassRobotics, who's been a tremendous supporter of ours, MassCC, MassTech. Everybody just wanting to grow and contribute and collaborate to the clean tech space and beyond.
Definitely. And last, what should we have our eye on? What are some other startups you've met building this startup and seen maybe at MassRobotics and beyond?
Obviously, we've seen many, and it's a great collaborative environment that we operate in. But, we stay focused on what we're doing. So I think that what we're seeing is in the industry, or the trend that we're seeing is that people are focused on execution. My CEO, he's relentless about executing velocity, speed. I think we're seeing that in the trend. Companies getting products out there, ideating, iterating, and making things happen in the industry.
This is Jay from Luminous. I'm with Lizzie from ZuluSolar. Lizzie, what are you building?
So we are building an all-in-one control box that makes solar installation cheaper, simpler, and safer.
Awesome. And what do you love about building in Boston? What gets you excited to come back to MassRobotics every day?
Definitely it's the community. So everyone here, although they're working on different things and come from different backgrounds, they are always cheering you on. And because they have that diverse knowledge background, you really can learn so much from them. And so I would say the community's first, and then just Boston has this unique just capacity of resources that really make the difficult task of building a technology company just a scooch simpler.
Agree with that. And ZuluSolar, we should all be watching as you continue to scale in the months ahead. But what else do you have your eye on, whether it's here at MassRobotics or beyond, some other startups to be thinking about?
So one amazing startup is Luminous. They also work in solar. They work on commercial farms. We're on the residential side, but they're an amazing company. The team, the nicest people you'll ever meet, and just really amazing systems.
This is Lizzie from ZuluSolar. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm with Marita from MassRobotics, and we are here to find out what she and her team are building and why this is such an awesome ecosystem center of robotics here in Massachusetts. So Marita, tell us what you and your team are building here at MassRobotics.
Absolutely. So MassRobotics, we are in the seaport of Boston right now. We have about 70,000 square feet of robotics space. So we're kind of like a technical co-working space, but we have everything a roboticist and entrepreneur would need to build and iterate on their physical prototype. So we've got a CNC machine, about 30 robot arms, and currently we have 100 residents at MassRobotics. So they actually span from about a third of them are in Boston, a third are international, and a third are sort of all over the US. But our whole mission is to just make it a lot easier for robotic startups to build and scale and find customers.
Boston is an awesome center for robotics. What do you love about building in Boston, building this organization and just building here in general?
Yeah. So I got my start in the Boston tech scene at Techstars. which is awesome. We love Techstars. But I learned there that I really, really love working with highly technical founders. My background's in sales and BD. And it's really fun to be working with academics and researchers and real like technical minds, because they just don't always think about customer discovery and like how to build a financial model. So we really like helping our companies with that. So the reason I love working and building in Boston is because we have the best technical talent out there.
Definitely.
I mean, all of our universities are just like tech transfer in general in Boston is very, very strong. And I love living here. I'm also a proponent for New England is the best place to live.
Love that.
Yeah.
And last, like from your seat here at MassRobotics, what are some startups we should have our eye on that you've seen building up close?
There's one startup that immediately pops to mind. So I'm going to talk about them for a second. They're called Apparel Robotics. They are building a robotic system that incorporates a gripper, a cutting machine. It's for fabric manipulation.
Very cool.
So I think the reason why they're kind of kicking off right now and they're really starting to scale is because of all the tariffs that are changing the way that consumers really purchase and get their stuff. The US is the #1 consumer of clothing, but we don't have any infrastructure to support building that kind of demand here in the US.
Makes sense.
So apparel, they're awesome and they're currently raising. So if there is a VC listening, let me know and I'll connect you.
This is Marita from MassRobotics. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.